Hey, this is Eric from Quan's Wellness, and in this video, we'll learn how to hold breaking boards. There are two kinds of boards that we use. One is long and skinny for the younger kids, and one square. The size doesn't really matter, so long as you're aware of the direction of the grain. And let's just pretend that these aren't made out of cardboard. But before we get into how to hold the boards, let's talk about what kinds of kicks to expect. This will inform how we're going to hold the boards. For white belts, we're going to have everyone do front push kick. This means the knee comes up and the foot comes forward, kicking with the ball of the foot. Knee up and pushing forward. Here's from the front view, knee up and pushing forward. Bringing the knee up first is important is because this is a horizontal thrusting kick. Similarly, side kick is also horizontal and thrusting. The knee comes up but to the side, and I kick with the heel of my foot. Here's from the front view. I bring my knee up but to the side, and I'm kicking with the heel. Notice how my toes are lower than my heel. This ensures that the heel makes contact with the board and not my toes. Side kick can be done by orange belts, but most of our orange belts will be doing this kick here, into out kick. This is a vertical kick, coming up and striking downwards with the heel of the foot. Here's that front view. The foot comes up and striking downwards onto the wood. This next kick, back kick, is also a horizontal thrusting kick, and this is what the red belts will be doing. Some will be doing it with a jump. I turn the body away, turn my head to look at the target, extend my leg, thrusting horizontally, and striking with the heel of my foot. Here's that front view again, and it looks remarkably similar to a side kick with my toes lower than my heel to make sure that I'm striking with the heel of my foot and not my toes. Here I'm going to use a chair as a reference point of where the breaking board will be held. It's important to consider the distance to stand away from that board. You don't want to be too far and miss completely, but you'll want to be a little bit closer so you kick through the board and actually towards the person who's holding it. That's the kind of intent that you need to actually break the board. You can't stop at the board, you need to go through it. For front push kick, you need to kick with the ball of the foot. You don't want to touch and kick with your toes. You might be able to break if you kick with the heel of the foot like that, but proper technique is with the ball of the foot thrusting forward. Similar with side kick, the knee needs to go up and thrusting horizontally, but this time we're going to be striking with the heel of your foot. You can ensure that the heel touches first by making sure that the toes are pulled back and pointed downwards underneath the heel. Again, if you make contact with the toes first, you might not break or you might stub your toes. For into out kick, it's important to bring the foot as high as you can and throwing the kick downwards. That's where the impact happens. From up to down, striking with the heel of the foot. For back kick, it's really important to turn your body away and also turn your head so you can see the target and know what you're hitting. And then like a side kick, thrusting, horizontally striking with the heel of the foot. Now let's learn how to hold the board starting with this small one. For this one, we'll be on our knees. You can be on two knees or one knee up, it doesn't matter. You're going to grasp the edges of the board with both your hands and have your hands one on top of the other and have your elbows locked out like this. You don't want to have your elbows bent, otherwise you're going to buckle when you receive the impact of the kick. The way we hold this board right now is for front push kick, side kick, and also back kick, all the horizontal thrusting kicks. With your fingers even, you can try to break the board with your hands. Just give it a little bit extra help and also at the last second push forward with your body. Now this next way to hold the board is only for in to out kick, the one that comes from up, striking downwards. You're going to have your hands side to side, and you're going to angle it upwards. This time your elbows will be bent, and you want your elbow to be relatively close to your body. If your hands and elbows are too far away from your body, you're not going to be able to absorb the full impact of the kick. Again, you can give a little bit of assistance by trying to bend the wood just a little bit, and also tighten your body and push up at the moment of impact. The same idea applies to the square board, but now you just need to pay closer attention to what direction the grain is running along. So you want to grab the grain and hold the board so that the grain is going horizontally for those thrusting kicks. And if you're holding a square board for into out kick, you want to be holding it so you're looking down along the grains of the wood. If we need to stand up to hold the board for some of the taller students or students who are doing jumping back kick, the way we hold with our hands is the same, but it's important to pay attention about how our legs look. Our front leg is bent and the back leg is straight, knees locked out. You can adjust the height by lengthening or shortening the stance, but you don't want to bring your hands up and down. The board should always be held right in front of you with the elbows locked out to absorb the full impact of the kick. Now this next part is for the students. Students need to let the board holders know when they're about to kick. Usually we recommend students to key hop when they're ready, and then to let an even bigger, stronger key hop when they do their kick to break the board. Again, we start with that initial key hop as a warning. That's when you brace for impact. And that's how you hold a breaking board. And that's how you hold and kick a breaking board. If you have any other questions, feel free to reach out.